Peace and blessings is real. First and foremost, I want to take this time and give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh through his only begotten Son, Yahushua, for allowing this word to come out. And I hope you sincere brothers and sisters is edified by this word. And the name of the lesson is going to be, we're going to call this word tonight, I had a spiritual meltdown today. The enemy attacked, and I didn't have the armor of Yahweh on me. Let me say it again. The name of the word tonight is going to be, I had a spiritual meltdown today. The enemy attacked, and I didn't have the armor of God on me, who we know as Yahweh. Sisters and brothers, this is going to be a real sobering word tonight. When you try to live according to the Bible, when you leave the world and you come to the biblical side of things, that's a serious transition. And every day is a challenge. When you transition over from the world to the biblical side of things, you always deal with challenges, adjustments. A lot comes at you, and you don't realize how much come at you to when you can differentiate the worldly you versus the spiritual you. And I've been in this thing approaching 10 years, man. And, it's a tough battle. Every day is a battle. No matter if things seems to be A-okay, you're still in the midst of a battle at all times, man. And I experienced a spiritual meltdown today. And so I want to share this experience with you, sincere brothers and sisters, because when you live the best as you can according to the Bible, you're going to have challenges. You're going to have spirits that try to take you off your course. And if you ain't properly set up spiritually, man, you're going to experience what I experienced today. What you see on the screen, this is exactly what it looks like when you have a spiritual meltdown. This was me earlier today. What you see on the screen, this was me spiritually earlier today, man. Very challenging day today, man. My day started off, I went to work as I normally do. And as I'm getting ready to get off work, man, things shifted immediately from a place of peace to spiritual warfare. And the enemy attacked, and I didn't have the armor of Yahweh on me. And had I did, I wouldn't have experienced a spiritual meltdown. What I want to speak about today, brothers and sisters, is the message of this word is living in the spirit and not living in the flesh. I'm going to say it again. The focus of this word tonight is living in the spirit and not in the flesh. Now, over at our church, man, we give y'all our whole life pretty much. We share our highs, our lows, our in-betweens with Israel. Most people are not bold enough to do that. But we're a church, we're an open book church, and we don't hide anything we go through. And this actually happened to me today, man. I had a spiritual meltdown. And for those who don't know what a spiritual meltdown is, it's a breakdown of self-control. Or a better way of saying it is a sudden loss of control over one's feeling of behavior. And I suddenly lost control over my feelings and my behavior earlier today. And it's so disappointing, man, because I'm still down from that. I'm still down. My spirit has been beat up to the core since I've experienced this spiritual meltdown earlier today, man. Listen, brothers and sisters, if you don't get nothing else out of this word tonight, one thing I want you to get is those that's trying to live this thing according to the Bible. Live in the spirit and not in the flesh, man. Galatians 5:22 and 23 is really one of the foundational scriptures you want to grab a hold of that'll keep you from experiencing a spiritual meltdown. In Galatians 5:22 it says, "But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith." When you demonstrate all those spiritual weapons, man, that's the fruit of the Spirit. You got to have love for people. Joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith. And I'm telling you, every day, man, I try to live my life by those fruits of the Spirit. I got love even for my enemies, man. Joy, I'm always joyous for others over myself. And peace, that's all I'm trying to live by today is peace, man. Long-suffering, gentleness. I'm a naturally gentle individual. Goodness, man. Faith. Verse 23, it says, meekness, temperance. Okay? Against such there is no law. So when it comes to meekness, man, it talks about being humble. In order for you to be humble, you have to denounce that spirit of pride. But also part of meekness is mildness and gentleness. You got to have that as a fruit of the Spirit, man. You got to humble yourself even when you hear something that might not be to your liking, or you dealing with a situation and you might not like what's been done or said to you. You have to humble yourself, man, and stay in the Spirit. But in verse 23, Galatians 5, the main thing I want us to catch is temperance. In other words, self-control. In other words, sober. In other words, mastering your emotions, desire, and passions. You got to have that, brothers and sisters. When the enemy attacks, you got to have that self-control. You have to be sober, man. And you have to be able to master your emotions, your desires, and your passions, man. It says meekness, temperance, against such there is no law. In other words, man, you can't be condemned by any spiritual law when you operate in the spirit of love, joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance, man. Yeah, man, I got attacked. The enemy attacked me today, and I didn't have the armor of Yahweh on me, man. So I definitely wasn't living in the spirit at that moment in time. I was living in the flesh, man. In Ephesians 6:11, it tells you, put on the whole armor of Yahweh, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. There it is right there, y'all. Put on the whole armor, the whole shield, the whole sword, the whole breastplate, the whole helmet of Yahweh. You see that? You got the whole armor, man, of Yahweh, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles, the deceit, the trickery, the cunning schemes of the devil. And I was out here with no spiritual protection and fell miserably to the schemes, to the trickery, to the deceit, to the cunning of Satan. I found myself on Satan's playground, man, way out of my element. way out of my element. I was out here with no spiritual protection, man. And I felt miserably by way of having a meltdown, man. So in this spiritual walk, man, it's a constant battle. And you got to always have on that armor of Yahweh, because you never know when the enemy is going to attack, man. Spiritual warfare is real, y'all. I'm telling you, man. I'm my spirit right now. I'm really down right now in the spirit, man, because that meltdown that I had earlier today, it really took a lot out of me, man. It took a lot out of me. I mean, I'm spent right now. But you know, I'll bounce back. You know, I felt like I lost spiritually today. I felt like I was spiritually defeated today, man. And what's the name of the lesson, man? I had a spiritual meltdown today. The enemy attacked, and I didn't have the armor of Yahweh on me. And what you see on the screen, this is exactly what I looked like earlier today when I was going through this meltdown, man. Live in the spirit, y'all, and not in the flesh. And speaking of not living in the flesh, in Ephesians 6:12, it says, "For we are not fighting against flesh and blood enemies, but against the evil rulers and authorities of the unseen world, against mighty powers in the dark world, and against evil spirits, man, in heavenly places, man." So this way bigger than what you think, man. And the enemy, Satan, the devil, he has a lot of workers that he's using to come at us, man. And a lot of people don't even know that they workers of Satan. A lot of people don't even know that the devil is using them as an instrument to take off the Lord's servants, man. Those that's trying to live in the spirit and not in the flesh. And I'm telling you, man, I got caught out there today without the armor of Yahweh on me. And I failed miserably, man. And, you know, I wouldn't wish what happened to me today on the enemy. But hey, like I said, you know, you live and you learn. And I want you brothers and sisters to live from my experience, learn from my experience, so it don't happen to you, man. But like I said, you know, the enemy attacked. And wow, I had a breakdown. I had a meltdown. You know, I felt miserably when it came to demonstrating self-control. I mean, I suddenly lost control over my feelings and my behavior. And I'll allow Satan, man. I'll allow this spiritual Satan and his strategy to defeat me, man. So this is a sobering word. And if you've been following the church lately, you know, man, I've been going through a few things. I've been dealing with a few things of late, man, and trying to hold it together, y'all. I hope you sincere brothers and sisters was edified by this word, and we give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh through his only begotten son, Yahushua, for allowing this word to come out. And again, man, the name of the word tonight is, I had a spiritual meltdown today. The enemy attacked, and I didn't have the armor of God on me. Yeah, man, Satan, hey, the devil, that devilish spirit, that satanic spirit is really out here, man. And you better recognize it when you go up against it. Because if you don't, and you indulge in that war, that spiritual war, you indulge in that spiritual battle, and you ain't got the armor of Yahweh on you, you're cooked, B. You're cooked, man. Shalom.